League and Kilkenny versus Waterford. All-Ireland finalist Kilkenny held joint top of the table position with Waterford before today's game, both on 4 points following 100% success so far. The venue was Nolan Park, which added another edge to the game as it was the first time these sides had met over in the Kilkenny border in 11 years. Ger Canning enjoyed a crowd of over 10,000 to watch this contest.
When our cameras were here last month for the match against Cork, the full back line of Johnny Butler, Sean Mealy and Noel Hickey were in outstanding form. Eamon Kennedy returns to centre-half back, while Paddy Mullally is doing really well in midfield. However, it's a forward line bereft of the talents of John Power and DJ Carey. Kevin Power and Stephen Graham, the Fenians from Johnstown players, are included in the half-forward line. And the return of Charlie Carter has generated a lot of positive reaction, so often a match winner in the past. And today he's up against Sean Cullinan, selected at cornerback and returning to top-flight inter-county fare for the first time in 9 months. James O'Connor is now given his big chance at full-back, while Brian Flannery is repositioned at left-half. Johnny Brenner returns to the Waterford midfield, and in the attack, 2 new names in the half-forward line, both on the wings, Brian Henley and Barry Walsh. Former All-Star Tony Brown is held in reserve and starts the day on the subs bench. Well, the toss here, of course, will determine who has choice of ends. The other team will have first use of the ball from a puck out. So Willie Barrett from Tipperary taking charge, and the match starting as in all league fixtures with a puck out. James McGarry getting the match underway. Beautifully done as far as Stephen Graham, hoping to make a big impression here. He's made an early impression, and he's put that one over the bar. Graham from the Fenians club. First attack, first point, first minute of the game. Towards Ken McGrath this time. Going back to take command of the situation, Peter Barry. Charlie Carter breaking it down ahead of Sean Cullinan. Going through once again is Graham. Oh, he's got to go! What a start for Stephen Graham. Well, Waterford's defence really up against it with this flying centre-half forward. He beat Fergal Hartley and also beat goalkeeper Brendan Landers. He showed great pace once again, and the angle shot driven in beyond the goalkeeper. He'll be a bit disappointed, I think, Landers. This is Paddy Mullally. Had a great match here when we saw him play against Cork. Did equally well in the last match. This is Henry Shefflin. Henry hitting it, his first chance, his first point. Well, 3 attacks now for Kilkenny, producing a goal and 2 points. Brendan Landers' goal really under siege. Peter Barry taking it forward, getting it away from Brian Henley. Kept in play by Kevin Power for Kilkenny. Ken O'Shea. Here's James O'Connor. Taken up beautifully by Kevin Power. And another point. This is a terrific start by the Cats. Very effective sideline ball by Peter Barry. Kenny O'Shea batting it away to Charlie Carter. Kilkenny doing everything right in this match so far. Looking in devastating form. Charlie Carter's first chance, Charlie Carter's first point. 11 minutes gone in the match. Kilkenny absolutely dominant. That's Brian McAvoy. Down towards Ken O'Shea. Came off the quarterback's legs. James O'Connor going in. Charlie Carter hoping to pick it up 45 metres from the Waterford goal. They can do nothing wrong. Kilkenny absolutely in magnificent form in this match so far. And Waterford very slow to block them down. Sean Mealy trying to get the ball out. Succeeding, linking up here with Brian McAvoy. Showing great pace. And you can certainly see the training here that they've put in so far under Mick O'Flynn. And that is an absolutely beautiful score by a wonderful hurler. Brian McAvoy from the James Stephens club. And he has made it 1-6 to no score. Well, this was a match that many Waterford people, I think, felt coming here. It was a chance for them to beat the old enemy. But they've been under the cosh, and that's Stephen ground once again. Now the score of a goal and 2 points. Here's Dan Shanahan, big strong fellow, beautiful skill there by Johnny Butler. Ken McGrath, Waterford now, one scores badly and Dan Shanahan will knock this one over the bar. Finally a score comes after 26 minutes of play. It's taken Dan Shanahan to produce the point for them. Well, he was left very much isolated and the ball came in from Ken McGrath. There was no marking and he took his chance. Race for possession here involving Charlie Carter and also Tom Feeney. Good ball inside towards McAvoy. Brian McAvoy looking for another point for Kilkenny, and that's a second for the day for the James Stephens man. Real hurling artist, always anticipating, 192 points. Frampton. Dan Shanahan. Back towards Paul Flynn. Beating the attempted block by Brian McAvoy and driving it over the bar for his second point of the match. Plenty of time still for Waterford. Well, they've got their 3 points now in the space of 5 minutes, but very late in the first half at that. Paul Flynn from a long distance out. So the referee gives the signal, and it would be Brendan Landers from Waterford who will start the second half of the match. And Waterford with a lot of mountain climbing to do. Towards Dan Shanahan. Good catch. Racing away from the challenges. Inside towards Micheál White, who's just come on, started the second half, and that was a great save by McGarry. He keeps on producing magnificent saves. It seemed to be a certain goal and exactly what Waterford and this match had required, but that's a fine piece of goalkeeping. Paul Flynn about to hit this free. That's the 65-metre line. Well, they may not have got a goal, but they get a point instead. He's now got 4 in this match, and it's won 9 to 5 points. Waterford have brought Fergal Hartley up onto the 40, by the way. A buzz of expectation now because Tony Brown is being prepared. Gerald McCarthy told him, go and get ready. Carter's chasing. Still it's away by Tom Feeney. Inside Noel Hickey. Micheál White now. Going in on goal. Hickey getting back goal side. Still Waterford have a good block down. Excellent play there. But it's left to Anthony Kerwin. Kerwin going through. That'll be a free on the 20-metre line. Not a properly executed shoulder to shoulder, the referee has decided. But Kerwin carried the ball quite a bit there and he got it right across the middle from Noel Hickey. Paul Flynn, the captain. This free on the 20-metre line. Will he go for a goal? He does, it stopped. Bennett was in after it, they were all in after it. Might have taken the point, but he felt they needed a goal there. Scramble in midfield involving Paddy Mullally. Taken away here by Rory Moore. Game livening up a little bit. That's Ken McGrath who goes down. He's fouled by Brian McAvoy. Free to Waterford. This free is about 50 metres out. And this time Paul Flynn very happy to take the point. Number 5 for the day for him. 6 for Waterford. Well, Flynn has got all bar 1 point. This was the free a little while ago as Dave Bennett was in after it, so too Fergal Hartley. Andy Comfort. Still they go forward. Henry Shefflin picking out Charlie Carter, again picking out a colleague in support. This time it's Brian McAvoy. Ah, that's lovely play. Delightful skill. But great togetherness and awareness among the forward line. Charlie Carter, the part of the equation here to spot that Brian McAvoy was free, and a great score. But now the big cheer in the background is because Hurler of the Year 2 years ago, Tony Brown, introduced by Waterford, and still with a good 25 minutes of the match to go. Frampton hitting this one from his own 45-metre line. Great ball in, batted out. Rory Moore trying to pick it out. Going low to pick that one, blocked by Paul Flynn. Dave Bennett's there as well. And how many times did he handle it, I think they're asking. Ken McGrath scooping it across towards Tony Brown. The crowd will roar here if he gets a point, and he does. That's Johnny Brenner. Here's Dan Shanahan. About to be challenged by Kennedy. Good ball into space. Ken McGrath has some latitude here, and he makes the most of the opportunity. McGrath's first point, acknowledging that fine pass. Kilkenny beginning to fall down on the job, having got all the scores in the opening 26 minutes of the match. Waterford have been allowed back in, the switches have worked a treat, and the fight back is on course. Tom Feeney coming out to gather, hooked, running into challenges. And a real pile-up of bodies in that cul-de-sac over there. Some heated exchanges as well. It's threatened to boil over on a few occasions, and the referee has already booked 3 players in the match. All very unpleasant indeed and quite unnecessary, but great rivalry, of course, among the players, both sets of players from rival counties. Henry Shefflin is being called down, so too Brian Flannery from Waterford. It's yellow. So Brian Flannery booked, Henry Shefflin booked. And that's where it really threatened to get out of hand. McAvoy, Tony Brown challenging. Here's Brian Flannery. Paddy Mullally is after him. Swept inside. Ken McGrath. McGrath with the angle shot. The umpires look at it and confirm that it's another point. 112 to 11 points. All of a sudden it's anybody's game. Here's Flynn. Getting that ball directly inside there. Lots of steps again being taken by Micheál White this time. It runs on, and Tony Brown's effort has gone. It's gone in. Dan Shanahan. Tony Brown created. Shanahan scores. Armed raised in triumph. And they level at 112 to 112. Nobody would have given Waterford any chance whatsoever after the opening 25 minutes play. Tony Brown hit it, it was saved, it came back to Dan Shanahan. Waterford have scored a goal and 8 points during the second half. And they come again, Ken McGrath, and they lead for the first time in the match. What a comeback. Lazarus is certainly a Waterford man, because they now lead by 113 to 112. Here's the goal once again as Tony Brown hit it, came off the goalkeeper stick onto the upright and into the waiting pass of Dan Shanahan. Sean Mealy back there, about to be challenged by Anthony Kerwin. Waterford have it once again. Kerwin still posing a threat, and a great stop after all of that by Johnny Butler at the expense of a 65, however. Oh, Johnny Butler was very cool under pressure there. Kerwin picked it up, went inside, and watch for the number 2 coming across. That's a great steal. That's hit well. Big cheer. It goes over the bar. Another point for Paul Flynn. He's got 8 points in the match, and Waterford suddenly lead by 2 points. Up once more it comes. Niall Maloney beating Sean Cullidan, hitting it well, stopped by Landers, still in play, Power hitting it, saved on the line, out it comes towards Tom Feeney. Good shoulder, but still it's Tom Feeney, out into the centre. Well, this was another really good chance for Kilkenny here, but in truth it was struck straight at Brendan Landers, and in the goalmouth's struggle that followed, it was away by Tom Feeney. Nicely caught. Stephen Graham. Charlie Carter. Well, he's got Henry Shefflin waiting inside. Will he go for the point? He does, he gets it. Charlie Carter's third point. So now, just the minimum in it. Well, Kilkenny will be disappointed that they've only scored a total of 4 points during the second half. Tony Brown has made a difference. He's lifted the Waterford spirits, and now he lifts this one over the bar. Great point by Tony Brown, his second, pushing the Daysha County just ahead. 11 years since they last met in the league here in Nolan Park, and Waterford have won. It is a famous, famous victory for them. How they love beating Kilkenny. They do it so rarely, but Gerald McCarthy has masterminded a victory here, in the end by 2 points. Kilkenny much the better in the first half, Waterford superb in the second, and it's Waterford 115, Kilkenny 113. It was some match.
That was an amazing recovery. Incredible, Gerard. We haven't played so badly in the first 25 minutes. We couldn't come to grips at all with the speed of the game. Perhaps maybe from playing in bad conditions in the previous weeks. But having said that, we went in at half-time, having recovered a small bit, only 8 points down. But we regrouped at half-time and said we might as well give it a good 35 minutes in the second half.
The beauty of today's win really, Jar, is that we used 5 subs and all of them contributed very well when they came in. And, you know, we needed that, I think, really, because sometimes, you know, things aren't going to go right for everybody every day, and you're going to have to fall on your subs. And I think we showed today that we have a bit of strength in depth in the panel now.
Yeah, it's a wonderful game that really whets the appetite for the upcoming summer. Next in the league for Kilkenny is a game with Tipperary, while Waterford now play Cork.